Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the shithole, the massive shithole that is Borsgard. Everyone is depressed as all hell, including Ivor. Well, he's more angry than anything, or frustrated I would say, and it is up to us right now to talk to him and see what his deal is. So we're going to approach him. We're going to approach the big one-armed bastard and see what his deal is. You find Ivor standing on the city walls overlooking the fields outside. Dredge are keeping their distance but continue to gather. Doing some kind of... maybe they're having a rock concert for all I know. We don't need to judge these guys, that's all I'm saying. I'm okay, Rook. Ivor cuts you off before you can say anything. You know he's been through worse. Just feels like someone should cut us a break every now and then. I know what you're saying, Ivor. We've been starving for literally days, and I too know that we all need a break. Not just you, my braided friend. If we want to be standing a month from now, we're going to have to be prepared. What did you have in mind? What if we just leave on foot? What about the ravens? I bet you he is thinking that we're going to have to barricade Borsgard, unfortunately. What about the ravens? Question mark. I'm actually more concerned, like, what do you have in mind, really? That's what I'm wondering. Fair stuff. Our clansmen need a place to stay. They'll get torn to pieces out in the streets. I'll keep an eye on the dredge up here. If they break through the walls, we're done for. So we'll have to keep them back. Could always use a hand with that. We need to know who's controlling what and make sure we get our cut. Food's going to become scarce. And when they start building those ships, we're going to have to keep people away. What a damn mess. I'll do what I can. Okay, so he wants us to stockpile food, and I guess we're going to try to keep the ship secret somehow. I don't know how you would keep that secret. You can't really just tear down buildings and build ships in the dead of night. I mean, people live in those buildings. Can you imagine, like, someone just sleeping in their bed and you just take one log out of their roof? Actually, can you imagine waking up in the morning and seeing that, like, you're not sure, but it looks like there's boards missing, like, from your roof or the side of your house? You're not sure. It's hard to say. Like, you'd be called crazy if you were to say that pieces of your house are slowly going missing throughout the days. That's just because everyone, no one knows that people are secretly building ships, I guess. Ivor explains. I'm leading attacks with Avon every time the dredge get too close to the gates. Listen, we're going to lose fighters and Varl every day like this. I don't need to tell you what happens if nobody's manning this wall. We could always use help. You consider what you want to do now, knowing that any of these tasks will likely take a full day. My gosh. Find a safe place for the caravan to stay, join Ivor in defending the walls, find a source for supplies, help down at the docks, put Krumir in charge of leading the warriors, try to get some rest. How is it gonna take a day to get Krumir to lead the warriors? Like, literally all we have to do is walk up and be like, hey, Krumir! You know, high-five him or whatever, and then just straight up just be like, be in charge of these people, and you'd be like, oh, aye, and then that's that. I don't see that being a day-long thing. But first of all, we need to find a source for supplies, because we are going to be starved out before anything, so we're going to find a source, apparently. I checked around, Oddleaf tells you, and nobody has food, or they won't part with it for a fair price, and our medicine has been gone for days. They're either gouging the prices or it's just plain gone. She doesn't say it, but you can tell this is going to be a serious problem. Track down the ravens and see what they know. We can scour the city for anyone willing to sell supplies. We can shake down the places that seem to be holding out, or we can tell the caravan to start rationing tighter. Let's track the ravens down and see what they have to say. Oh my god, the bear man is here. You find the massive leader of the ravens along the docks, where they're doing their best to keep a growing number of people in check while the boats are being constructed. You question him about food supplies. Okay, well, apparently it's no secret. People are well aware of the boats, and I suppose that makes more sense than what I was thinking. Should have brought your own, he says. I can't go giving out to every person in Borsgard. I'd kill every last bastard in this city for some good mead, though. This place has been dry for weeks. We can threaten him for holding out, remind him innocent people will starve to death, scour the streets for anyone selling instead, or we can shake down the places that seem to be holding out. We can remind this guy that innocent people will starve, but I assume that's not going to go anywhere, so we may as well scour the streets for anyone selling. Oddleaf joins you as you walk up and down each street in Borsgard looking for supplies. All you find are empty stalls or outrageous prices well beyond your means with little to offer in the first place. This entire city can't be out of food, Oddleaf barks, but you come away empty-handed and more worried than before. Wonderful. A day wasted. I suppose I should have talked to Krumir in the end. Negative 30 people, apparently. Wonderful. Talk to Ivor again here, see what he has to say. Ivor points out the dredge along the wall. There's a lot more of them, and they're getting braver, he says. We lost a fair number of fighters since yesterday. We could use your help, if there's nobody left to defend the walls. Rook, says Oddleaf, approaching. Someone handed me a note this morning. She shows you a slip of paper marking a backstreet. Probably from one of those places we visited yesterday. Maybe some misplaced ambush too, though I can't imagine what they think we have. If you want to check it out, let me know. You consider what you want to do now, knowing that any of these tasks will likely take a full day. Okay, well, perhaps we're going to go through all of these things one at a time. Hard to say. We can find a safe place for the caravan to stay. We can go with Oddleaf to the location on the note, and that could very well lead into an ambush, as she had said. But we need to find a safe place for the caravan to stay. They're still spread out in the streets. The entire caravan has spread out in the streets where they are attracting attention. We could look for a public house, suggests Alette, like Frostvalir. You figure that if you made camp in the open, you could at least keep everyone together, or with people leaving the city recently, there might be abandoned houses you could squat in. We could gather in the public rest house, make camp in an open space, keeping everyone together, look for abandoned houses, put some people in charge, and let them deal with it. Let's camp in an open space, keeping everyone together. We've done well sticking together before. We don't need to change things now. Your caravan sets up camp as normal and goes about their guard patrols as usual. Hopefully it keeps the people working together and in their element. Okay, so there's another day blown. We've camped... That sounds like thunder. Lovely. Ivor's gonna bitch again about the walls again, as well as... Oh my fucking god, there's a lot of dredge out there. I didn't realize, but yeah, the dredge are just kind of swarming and actually building up on the this scene here. I hadn't noticed before. This is bad, says Avon as Ivor points across the battlefield. Aside from the fact that we're up to our necks in dredge, a stone singer showed up. We've been losing warriors left and right. If we don't deal with it, this wall will come down by the end of the day. Okay, well, one of your clansmen from the caravan finds you. We had a problem, he says. Looters came around and scattered a bunch of people, raided some supplies. Some wounded, others we can't find. If you could find the time, he leaves it there and runs back into town. Negative 25 clansmen, negative 28, that's all of our supplies. Dad, there's a riot at the docks! Alette runs up to you, out of breath. They're trying to smash up the boats. When you calm her down, she says the ravens are there, but she's worried that things could get out of hand. You consider what you want to do now, knowing that any of these tasks will likely take a full day. I imagine we're going to have to join Ivor in defending the walls. The caravan people... I mean, we've lost a few of them, but we're going to lose every single person in the city if we don't defend the walls. And as for the riots, well, that's more of an issue, because the entire point of us holding out at the walls is so that we can build the ships and get the fuck out of here. And I suppose it's more of a situation where, like, people are being like, well, if I can't get on the ships, then no one can. We're all going to die together, which is very, very grim. So I suppose we're going to have to join Ivor in defending the walls. That stone singer is going to wreak havoc on us if we don't take care of it, Ivor tells you. This will be a rough fight, but we've got to take it down. You ready? You prepare yourself. Okay, here we go. Initiate assault procedures. Our party's good. It's been a long while since we've seen a stone singer, that's for sure. Here we are once again outside the walls of Borsgard, and our beleaguered party is going to try to hold back all of these assholes. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a tough fight. There's a lot of large dredge here, along with the Stone Singer, of course. Rook is going to, of course, make the opening move here. He will shoot this guy for 4 armor break. Start to weaken this. What is it, a Colossus? A Defender? Yeah. We're going to have to take care of... Oh, are you summoning over there already? Is that a thing? I can't quite recall. But anyway, Ivor's going to immediately charge forward and actually enter base contact with both of these units, which is a bit of a bad idea. But we could knock this guy back, but he would just get back into contact pretty soon. I suppose we'll do a massive amount of armor break, and then someone else can do as much damage as possible. His turn is until... Oh, okay, yeah, he's way after Ekel, so that's not that big of a deal. We could get Alette to... Well, she's blocked in by everyone else, unfortunately, but she can attack this defender, do more armor break. I was hoping to do a massive amount of damage to this, warrior, but unfortunately it's not gonna happen. Oh my god. The armor break on that attack. Krumir's gonna move in and start destroying. He's gonna start laying waste immediately. Look at that. Not bad. We're going to have to mend Ivor's armor pretty soon here, as in this turn. 1 point ought to do it, I think. Yeah, there we go. There's his armor patched. Next turn... Oh, Krumir is pretty much boned immediately. Unfortunately for us, I guess that who is a destroyer has gotten onto the field, and now he is gonna wreak havoc and fuck our shit. There goes Krumir, actually. 2 blows and he's already gone. But Rook can immediately take out... well, not take out, but he can take this guy out a bit. He's gonna do his best anyway. 11 strength points off that Scourge or what have you. And then Ivor, well, he can... Let's try a battering ram. Can we do that? Will it knock back? No, it's not going to work. Anyway, we may as well knock this guy out and just continue on. I was hoping to do a battering ram and knock him through the majority of these units. What the fuck was that? Dredge allies lose 2 armor but gain 3 strength permanently. That is ridiculous. This destroyer is out of this world. Let's see. Since this guy has very little armor, Alette can actually do quite a bit of damage. And there goes his bonus immediately. We just have to get Ekel and whoever else involved. I think... oh my god, these guys and their armor break. We formed a shield wall due to that. Oh shit, look at this. Avon can actually do a lightning strike on this defender here, and it will hit the destroyer as well. Look at that. The destroyer is slowly getting taken down, turn by turn. Luckily for us. Oh shit, here comes Ekel with the finishing move. Boom! He's doing his best. He's slowly rising up the ranks. Although he is continuously getting the shit kicked out of him. And it looks like Rook is going to forge ahead. And you know what? We may as well send Rook after the Stone Singer. We'll see if he can manage that. Yeah, he can do 2 points of armor break from all the way over here. Not bad. And then next turn, of course, he will forge ahead. Well, he's just been blocked off. He's been headed off at the pass by that defender. Well, not defender, but the Dredge... Scourge, Destroyer, whatever it is, and there we go. Ivor can take him out, and that's the most dangerous force on the field, immediately knocked out. Well, I suppose the Stone Singer is quite dangerous as... Oh, shit. Ekel's done for, and we've actually left our weak units quite undefended. Avon's gonna have to get moving pretty quickly here if he doesn't get taken out by the Stone Singer. Well, Rook has just been poisoned, actually, so that's fucking fantastic. We may as well do a lightning strike on this bro. Try to light his stupid cloak on fire with lightning, and, well, look at that, not very effective. Oh my god, how is this guy able to march all the way to Alette? Rook, I'm sorry, pal, but you're not going to be able to win this one. We're stuck with very few units now, and, well, there goes Alette, our... killer on the field, and now it's up to Ivor and Avon to carry it, but I think Avon is nearly ready to get knocked. Oh shit, there goes Rook as well. Avon is... Oh, buddy, this isn't going so well. We're going to do a lightning strike on this guy. Probably should have used all my willpower, but whatever. You live and you learn. Although we may very well not live, actually. Ivor will finish off this grunt, like so. And then, well, I suppose Ivor could probably take out the defender with the support of Avon, who can continuously mend his armor. We may as well do now. Actually, you know what? We'll just rest. Let's do that. Gain 3 willpower. So begins the descent of Ivor into hell. Oh shit, these guys just gained a ton of strength, actually. But before they start destroying Ivor, we gotta mend his armor. There we go. Oh shit, there goes Avon, actually. He's out. Well, it's up to Ivor to win this one, so he's gonna move as far away from everyone else as he can. He's gonna do 5 strength damage. Oh my god, and just after that attack are we only evenly matched with this defender guy. It's not looking good, and especially since we've been poisoned, it's not looking good. But if we can continue to destroy this guy's strength, then maybe we can pull... No, it's not going well. That slinger is probably going to end it all for us, unfortunately. Ivor is holding on, but he's becoming weak. Oh my god. He's becoming weaker by the minute, and... well, any minute now, he is... there he goes. He's done. Oh my god. That stone singer just let off a massive explosion, and it felled both the beasts of the battlefield. And there we go. We actually lost that battle. But, Ivor got a promotion. Good old Yngvar. Well, no matter how hard you fight, more dredge keep coming. You begin to falter when the next group of fighters rushes in to take over for you, and you somehow make it back inside. Oh, ye gads, guys. This is looking very abysmal. Oh my god, is this Bellower in the foreground? Oh, gee golly. This is... what in the fuck? You guys seeing these tall, thin dredge? Oh, it's actually looking like there's civilians or like some sort of seer council. Maybe they're not coming to fight. Maybe they're coming to join arms. I don't know, but it looks like this guy's carrying a body, or he's carrying something. Bellower is massive. Holy fuck. Okay, I suppose we'll have to talk to Ivor, and he's of course going to bitch again, and the boats are shattered and our supplies are gone. I don't know. This morning, says Ivor. I saw him. Bellower's here. I think it won't be long, though. Avon leans silently on his staff nearby. You consider what you want to do now. Yeah. I guess we'll go with Oddleaf in the hopes that we find supplies because we are desperately in need. You travel to a deserted backstreet and a man soon approaches, confidence in his step. You came looking for quite a lot of food, he says. I can give it to you. I want something too. Let's trade. Oddleaf gives him a suspicious look. He's gonna want a let or something. Ye gads, we don't need to complicate this, he continues. Borsgard has a lot of people in it, and we don't all get along. You're not from here, so when you get something that was stolen from me, nobody will come knocking. Do you understand? Walk away. What do you want? Let's inquire. It's not what you think, he tells you. Just a drinking horn, my great-grandfather's. It was stolen. This is worth how much food to you? Asks Oddleaf. The man laughs. As much as you're willing to carry. Uh-huh. Will we need weapons? My friend, he says. I'd keep a knife on me just to take a crap in good old Borsgard. Yeah, that's my line. I call it good old Borsgard all the time. He marks an area on your map down near the water, scribbling Lowtown next to it, though you doubt that's a real name. People are dying. Rook, Oddleaf says as you leave. Keep this one between us. Seems to call for a light touch, and I'd rather not have people spreading rumors about how we got the food. Okay, well, we're going to have to go investigate this drinking horn. And, well, Ivor is, of course, pleading that we come to his aid, but we're not going to. We're going to go to the Lowtown and retrieve the drinking horn so that we may eat and drink at night. Oh my god, we have 0 Varl for the first time in a long time, I think, and nearly 0 fighters. It's not looking good. While everyone sleeps, you go to the house marked on your map, which is an aging mead hall, falling apart, but otherwise not out of the ordinary. The door is closed and nobody is around. Excuse me, murmurs Oddleaf. We came all the way from Skogir, and we were just wondering if you have a valuable drinking horn you didn't want anymore. You give her a grin. You never know. You consider your next move. Try the door, announce yourselves, look for another entrance, leave without the horn. Let's... try the door. The door is stuck shut, probably secured from the inside. So much for that, you say. You consider your next move. Let's announce ourselves. You give a standard greeting, batting on the door. There's no response. The door seems to be held fast from the inside. Look for another entrance. Just a telltale notch in the roof for smoke to escape. Oddleif sees you eyeing it. I'll do it, she says, if you give me a boost. You hoist Oddleif up and she crawls lightly across the... She's gonna fall in. Holy shit. She crawls lightly across the thatched roof to one of the small holes. She leans in, then ducks back quickly as if worried about being spotted. After another peek, she nods to you. You get the impression she saw something but is going to go in anyway. She's a strong, independent woman. Give her the go-ahead. You nod and she manages to slip herself through the tight hole in the roof and is gone. Several tense minutes later, there are sounds at the door, which slowly opens to Oddleif holding an ornate drinking horn. As the door shuts behind her, you spy several sleeping men inside. No problem, she says. Holy shit. Oddleif just single-handedly managed to save our entire tribe, pretty much, because we are now able to eat because she is such a sneaky bitch. Such a sneaky bitch. Looking at the horn, it strikes you as one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen, with gold inlays, intricate carvings, and an unusual wooden base. Something primal makes you want to keep it, Oddleif notices, and says, I wouldn't stop you. We can keep the horn, and probably use the item in battle, I would assume, but that would more than likely piss off Buddy, and he would come looking for blood, I would say. So let's just trade the horn back for food. We don't want to rock the boat too much, if at all possible. You fight the urge to simply abscond with the horn. People might die of hunger if we don't give this back, you say. Oddleif nods, though you can tell it's half-hearted. Early the next day morning, you return the horn to the man in the alley. And that gives us 20 renown. That's it, the man beams as you hand over the horn. I thought about going back on my promise, he says, but I don't like to complicate things. Come to the market and we'll make sure you get a fair price on what you need. So it's not free then, we still have to pay for it? Is that what you're telling me? Pal? Pally? Buddy old pal? Oh my lord, look at all the supplies we can get. Oh my Christ. 1 renown gets 8 supplies, which is 2 days worth. So if I spend like 10 renown, I'm getting 20 days. Oh my god, let's go all the way to 30... Oh fuck it, you know what, let's just go all in. We'll go 25. 25 renown is 50 days worth. Fuck it, we'll grab all the supplies because our people are always starving, and I really hope that our shit doesn't get stolen again, because I'd just end the series, because that's every single time we get supplies, it's like people just come out of nowhere and steal our shit. And I know now we don't have any guards or anything because they're all dead. They've died outside the walls, but I mean, every other single time I've just been like, seriously? Is there no one to guard our shit? Unbelievable. Anyway, we can promote Ivor for 20 renown, or alternatively we can promote Eckel. No, we cannot actually. Let's just promote Ivor. He seems to be the most badass out of all of our units. There we are. And now he can use level 5 items, meaning he can use these gloves, which will give him 3 strength, or the Shapersky stone, which will make him last longer. But actually, the armor break that he has is quite nice. And you know what? I'm going to increase his strength to 15, the grand total of 15. And if we give him the gloves, that will increase his strength to 18, which is quite lovely, but still not the best. I think armor break is more important than, say, strength. Well, we can no longer go down to the docks, so perhaps the boats have been burned. It seems. Ivor, you begin. Can we really keep this up? Ivor looks like he hasn't slept for days. We've lost a lot of fighters, he mumbles. The weight of the situation is crushing. Then from... What? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna ask you guys a really random question, but have you ever seen the animated Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings from like the 70s? And I only ask this question because something very similar to this happens, well, not only in Lord of the Rings in general, but more specifically in this movie. Fucking Theoden. I'll never forget this. I watched this movie as a youngin', and I'll never forget this, but Theoden just freaking yells, Gandalf! When he rides out of Helm's Deep. Gandalf! Gandalf! And Gandalf just rides from the middle of nowhere and just slays orcs. I don't know why I felt the need to mention it. It's just very, very funny. Gandalf! And I'm surprised I haven't actually used that in my Third Age campaign. But anyway, getting back to the task at hand, then from far in the distance you hear a horn. Dredge don't use horns, it occurs to you. Avon appears at your side just as a long caravan of people come into view, Dredge turning to attack them. Who is that, you ask? It can't be, says Avon. He runs towards the gates, shouting, You see the banner? It's Hawken! As you wonder how they got here, the gates are heaved open and you charge onto the field, clearing a path through Dredge. Here we go, we're going to meet Hawken in the middle of the field, obviously, as you do. We're going to replace Ekkel with Mogan, actually, because he is wounded and there really is no difference between the two. And yeah, may as well use this party. Here we go. And here we are again, outside the walls of Borsgard. This time we are charging to meet our relief force. Last thing I expected, actually, was Hawken to come charging forward like a son of a bitch, ready to save the fucking day. Ah, I'm one tile short, whatever. A lot of slingers, or women, apparently, as I would like to call them. We're going to, we're going to move Ivor. He's going to expend 1 willpower point and move into contact with this destroyer, and he will immediately begin operations, the destruction operations, if you will. Protocol, whatever. Oh, I always block Aladdin because I'm just so fucking stupid, apparently. I really need to put Rook in the back, actually, because he has the ability to pass through his own units, so he can safely stay in the back. Rook is taking a lot of damage immediately. Look at that. We can do a bit of lightning damage to these slingers, but I will actually... No, I only have one target, and it is this slinger, so we will just use 1 willpower point and do a little bit of damage to these guys. Get them to move and break up, I suppose. There we go. 5 damage total. Not bad for 1 willpower, I suppose. Now, Mogan is going to charge forward and create a shield wall. Like so. Ivor just got fucked. Holy shitballs. I was hoping that we'd be able to reduce this guy's strength before that happened, but no. Ivor's now essentially useless aside from his armor break, I suppose, as he does retain that stat. So we may as well finish this guy off, armor-wise. And then we can finish him off, with just straight up, just finish him off. There's nothing to be said about it. And the one to do it would be Alette, if she was actually in range of anyone, but as always, I misplaced her, and thusly she is quite useless right now. Okay. This, what is this? Colossus is now moving to wreck Krumir's day, and that probably will happen as this Colossus and this, whatchamacallit, Destroyer, Scourge Destroyer, whatever, will probably arrive on the scene to fuck our day. And you know what? We may as well move Avon so that he may do an arc lightning on this guy, this big bastard here, do as much damage as we can to him before he takes out Ivor. There we go. He has enough strength now, too little strength now to actually affect Ivor, luckily. Mogan is going to start mowing down, see what I did there, these slingers, but he really should have moved to block the destroyer, but unfortunately, missed opportunities. Actually, I can now take out this destroyer with Rook, and we may as well do, just to remove that threat from the field. And then Ivor is going to have to move to actually do a shit ton of armor break to everyone he comes across. For example, I wonder, can we batter this guy off the cliff? No. In my dreams, maybe. But there we go. We're going to destroy this guy's armor so that everyone else may begin to commence mop-up operations. Krumir is already being destroyed. We're going to have to pull him back, probably. Alette is able to shoot this guy in the neck, take him out. luckily for us. I think slingers are the most dangerous foe at this particular point in time. I'm still not entirely sure as to whether their damage is linked to strength and armor, etc., much like the rest of the foes in the game. Hard to say. We shall mend Krumir's armor, I would say. That's something that we need right now. There we go. Just so that he can absorb a little more damage. Stay in the field. Mogan, on the other hand, is not going to be able to absorb any damage because he is getting to be quite weak now. He's going to do 3 armor break to this guy. Unfortunately for us, this Colossus has the least amount of strength out of all the dredge on the field, but I mean, he is going to tear up our units because they are just that dangerous. Rook, well, he can move into contact with the Colossus, but we will have to continue to take out these slingers because they're actually doing quite a lot of damage to our forces. Shit, the slingers dropping bombs. We'll have to be aware of that. Where they are is hard to say. It looks like they're beneath Avon and Krumir. Ivor is going to move into contact with the Colossus so that he can do as much armor break as possible. I think Ivor's good to just roam around the field and do a massive amounts of armor break. And then Alette can, like I said, continue to clean the place up with her massive boon to taking out armored foes. Speaking of, Krumir will actually continue to destroy this guy's armor. There we go, 6 points, so that someone else can clean him up. And Rook will... oh shit, Rook is being taken out actually. Avon will have to mend no one's armor. He will do a lightning strike on this son of a bitch. There we go. Try to get some of that strength down before he moves into contact with Krumir. There we go. 11 points. That makes him just weak enough. And now Mogan is free to take out the Colossus, and now we can consolidate, get Rook to move into places like this, and continue to... well, he's going to have to do armor break right now because he can't do any... oh, I forgot about those explosives. They went off before I think I was able to move my units, and now it's looking very grim for us, guys. I guess my only hope is armor break. The armor break Alette combo, it seems. Speaking of Alette, I'm going to move her somewhat behind Krumir. Rather Ivor, who will have to do a little bit of armor break, like I said, to the son of a gun. But looks like he's knocked out. Nope, Rook. It was just Rook who was going to move and block this Colossus. Oh shit, we just blocked Ivor from engaging with that Colossus, which is a bit of a mistake and may cost us the match, actually. But it looks like Ivor is actually going to get knocked out. Nope, there we go. It was Rook, actually. Rook got knocked out. And now Ivor has cleaned up house, and there he goes. Ivor is done, and now it's Alette. Alette is going to finish the match by shooting this Scourge right in the eye socket. And I don't know what it is, but maybe our party... maybe I'm just a shitty player, but it seems our party is very weak. And there goes Alette, it seems. I think it's the Slingers. Like I said, I don't really know if they follow the same constraints... combat constraints, I should say, as everyone else on the field. I don't know. Anyway, you can't remember how it happened, but 1 minute you were getting destroyed outside the gates of Borsgard, and the next minute you found yourself in the company of Håkon and 2 menders. Holy shit. What a cliffhanger. Avon says, Juno. And I think with that, I will leave you here, guys. I will probably... leave it on this massive cliffhanger. It seems that Juno and Håkon have arrived at Borsgard to save the fucking day. Saving the day! And, like I said, I'm going to leave it here. So thank you, everyone, for watching and persevering with me through these depressing times. I mean, Ivor, you can see the terror, the wear and tear on his face as the days go on. But anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It looks like shit is going to heat up pretty soon here. And... Next episode, I suppose we'll have to talk to Hawken. Long time no see, and see what he's up to. And I guess I'll see you guys then.